So in natural language processing, I have discussed what is NLP, and firstly I have installed the NLTK, then download the Puncti, and after that I have tokenized the particular, like I love to play football with the help of word tokenize. In second example, I again download the brown data set with the help of corpus. I want to check out all the categories. So we have the adventures, so many things. So I want to fetch out all the text from the adventures, like categories, adventures. So now the second thing basically I want to discuss, and after that you can see I want to count the particular list, like the brown dot. There are so many internally, also all the adventure editorial. What is this? Actually, this is the thing, like adventure, editorial, fictions, government. So if you want to basically calculate like all, like how many basically the number of categories are there. So you can see the number of categories are cents are there. Now after completing this, if you want to fetch out the any particular column, so it is your choice, and also the particular fields, like I want to fetch out the brown dot cents, and the categories like the adventure. So inside the adventure you can see this one, and it is your choice if you want to basically only the fields, all the fields, basically how many fields are there. So you can use the print brown fields. So you can see there are so many fields, that means the column names are there. And also I want to count the length, like length of the brown fields. Like there are 500, and if you want to show only the 10, 20, 30, so you can click to there and print the length of this one, but the specific. What is specific? Like colon 250. So this is your choice, like how many fields basically you want to display. Now the only 50 fields are there. Yeah, like I want to fetch out the any particular raw file basically as per your requirement. So I want to fetch out the raw file basically, like print, like the brown raw, and the column name. I want to supply this, and also to this, like how many column basically you want to supply. So I want to supply only the 50. So you can see only some limited words are there. If I want to pass the thousand, you can see there are so many words, but I want to strip. This is the textual data basically, and I want to strip. Strip basically used for cutting the spaces. And now I want to apply again some tokenization. Again, I want to apply some tokenization, some different data set like tokenization. So once I click on this and this, you can go back to there and again NLTK, because I have already used the NLTK. Download the web text. This is also the text basically provided by the tokenization, like web text. Inside the web text, you can see so many text is also supported. Web text. So downloading, so like fire, fox.txt, grain.txt, so many files are provided. And if you want to fetch out any file from this data, like each line one by one, each row. So I want to use like the four field in the WebKit, all the fields, like all the data set from the raw data set. And now you can see from any particular, you can see there are so many data sets are there. Firefox cookies manager. So now you can see after fetching this data, web text. Now I want to tokenize the sentences. So for the sentences, I want to again from NLTK basically, and the send tokenize, and also the word tokenize. And if I want to basically use only this one, I want to execute, and after that the send tokenize, I want to pass some data set like single number 8. So this data set is available or not. And if I want to use only the basically the NLTK, not fully the other, then I want to basically the send tokenize and the data set like single. And what is this basically? Firstly, I want to fetch out the data, the above file, basically the web raw text file any. like I want to fetch out this data, like data equal to web text dot raw. Then I can supply this file, and also I want to basically split, like where the new line is there. Now I want to show the data. Now you can see the data set is also there, but I want to fetch out the particular, so I supply the 7. So index number 7, it will be fetch out the data, and the index number 8 as per your requirement. After that, once I have fetch out the data and store this one, now again the send tokenize basically to split all the data into the tokenize, like the send tokenize. Now I can pass the data. After this one, you can see the sentence wise split the data set. Are you alone, lost of the two side? One. Second. So that is a benefit basically. And now, if you want to basically fetch out one by one data, so now you can use for send, like s, basically you can pass st in the data, basically send tokenize the data, and now you can print the data set. Very nice. Now you can see I have successfully split all the data set to this one. So now I want to apply the lower casing after applying the send tokenization and the word tokenization. So like there are so many words are there, capital words are there. So when I apply the send tokenization, like send, so I have already tokenized into the lower. So you can see it will automatically lower the data, and which data set you want to lower it, like the 8, because we are just fetching the data, and st. It will take some time. Very nice. Now you can see this particular capital word converted into the lower case, and that is in your choice, like if you want to uh, convert all the data set, this data set into the lower case, so no need to apply the one by one, you can just apply to there and st dot then lower. Once you apply this particular technique, then just a minute. Now you can see I have used the st dot lower, so you can see one by one when I fetching all the data set. So with the help of st lower, I have successfully lower case lower casing the data. Now the next thing is that if I want to discuss and if I want to take some text, like what is the new concept is tang. Like suddenly if the tang shall not, so it work for most cases on will form text. So again I want to fetch out the data like the single text, this data, but something more like the 9. So once I apply the 9, then I want to use the send tokenize and the data. And now the data 9. This is the data 9 basically. Now I can run it. So you can see all the data set I have successfully applied. So now I want to use after this one paginations some new things which is helpful for you like sklearn used for feature extraction. So firstly I want to use the from sklearn dot feature extraction dot text. I want to extract the text and also I want to import like the count vectorizer. After applying this, I want to also use the vectorizer and the count vectorizer. So the count this particular function. And after applying this, I want to supply the data. Like if I want to supply the data like corpus, this is the first document, this is the second document, and this is the first document again. So I repeated so many words. Then I fit into this fit transform. Then after that, I want to get transform the data. Then I want to check out like how many particular word is extracted. So I want to comment them. No need to do this. Firstly, I want to use only the array. So you can see all the data 1, 2, 3, 4 is successfully converted to this one. Now I want to basically print the data into the X array and also the data like print X dot get feature. Basically this is the function like get features. Fully use because if you want to also check out the get stop words into this data set, so you can also show there is no basically the get stop words, but if you want to show some stop words are there, so you can use. So I have successfully load this machine learning library and to extract the data and to fit this list into this count vectorizer machine learning functions, then to count the particular data into the basically array like those values are 111 like 111. So it will index all the value 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 and also the comma basically taking some value. Then again I am just calling this one. So this is the indications of all the strings labeling. Once after that it will also count the 5. This is 5. So labeling indexing. So it will also indexing the data like 0D one first, second is, so document first is, and document first is this one, and now you can see it into the proper manner. Stop word are words that are not useful for text analysis and NLP tasks. So now like a, I, the, in, of, for. So these words basically are not useful. So I want to remove that kind of the word. So the NLTK provides some dictionary and some kind of the word which is useful for the stop word removal. So from NLTK dot corpus, and I want to import stop word, and after that I want to use the stop word something, and like stop words English. Now I want to print all the stop words are available into the English, which is not part of this one. Very nice. You can see firstly you have to download the stop word, then you can use the library, and you can see the I, me, my, myself. These are the basically stop words, which is not useful into the any particular sentences. So I want to basically, so I want to print first the data 9. So there are so many words are there. So I want to remove all the stop words from there. So if I want to write any logic and apply the list comprehension, like those word for word in data 9. So data 9, that means we have all the data, and I want to use the if word not in, and the name is stop word. So the stop word, that means we have all the data. So it will fetch out the data one by one, goes to there, and it will move again to there and to check this particular word not in this one, and it will be stored to there, and you can see the output. But now the question is that it will print all the data. So you can see I have set the English again because I have already set, but it will be shown into this one. So the reason is that I have to set this particular data in, and split into the words, like any word like single data 9, and I want to use and convert into the list, and we know that we have the map function, it will iterate data one by one, and from str.lower is a functions, it will lower all the value, and also the word tokenize, and to supply this data 9. Now, so class, you can see the reason is that because first I have loaded the data and I apply the word tokenize. The reason is that it is a complete data. So firstly I have to split into the word. Then again with the help of map, I want to split into the particular list with the help of list comprehension. So it is a list comprehension. And after applying this one, now I want to apply the stop word removal. Show only those. So I have successfully removed, you can see with is successfully removed, and you can see the who to is successfully removed. All the word like who to is successfully. So basically those words are part of this one, this data sets. It will be removed successfully. This is the English stop words as per the requirements. You can see I have applied all the things related to the stop words. Stop word means so those words basically are part of this English. So I have successfully removed. So now I want to apply the stemming and the lemmatization. So what is the thing basically the stemming and the lemmatization? So the stemming. So stemming and the lemmatization. So the pre-processing technique in natural language processing is specifically they reduce the inflected form of word. Like this is the form like change, it is okay. Changing, es, ed, er. So after applying the stemming, now you can see the change, C-H-A-N-G, but change there is no meaning. Similar to use this lemmatization, when we remove some inflected form of word, but it will give the meaningful name. That is the difference. So it is more predictable, more accurate as compared to the stemming. So you can see the stemming try to shorten the word with simple regex rule. You can see the rules, and the lemmatization trying to find the root word with linguistics rule. So it is a regex and it is a linguistics. So similar now I want to use, so for the lemmatization and the stemming I want to use some formulas. So firstly the stemming, like from NLTK stem, you can see porter stammer. The porter stammer I use the PS. An example word for this one like Python, Pythoner. So there are so many words. When I apply this one, you can see Python, 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 then the Python. So this is the stemming. So this word is not meaningful like Pythonly. Suddenly I want to apply the lemmatization. So from the lemmatization, basically the word lemmatization, the word net and the word lemmatization. So similar this sentence I want to use here for better clarifications. And I want to apply the lemmatization similar. So I apply here the stem and I apply here the data basically. So what is the thing basically the it will goes to W and to apply the lemmatize. But it will give the error because so you can see into the stemming I have changed all the word according to this one change changing. So you can see once I have applied this one, so you can change. It will not provide the meaningful name, it provide this one. And similarly, if I apply the change changer, so you can see it will remove only the S and it will give the meaningful word name as compared to the, so that is the reason. So the stemming work the regular expression and it will work onto the lemmatizations. I hope you have successfully understood what I'm saying, the lemmatization and the stem. Okay. So like if there is any problem during this one, so you can also use the import NLTK and you can import the word name if some problem into the lemmatization. But now it is, if already all thing is okay, so no need. And you can see in the previous code I have also discussed the vectorization concept with the help of this sklearn. So I want to discuss now again the things into the detail. So I want to apply the vectorization. And now you can see I have successfully vectorized this thing with the help of sklearn. So vectorization, that means put the word and count into the nice table. So how we can do this? So firstly, I want to apply some new things. So I have already defined the count vectorization concept and the transform this. So I want to use one more example for this one. So count the vectorization. So one more thing like vectorization with sklearn. So most of the things are same, but I want to use the from, IO, import, string, IO. Then similar from the sklearn, the count vectorization, and no need for the panda basically, and import count vectorize. Now I want to supply some data like st1 and to pass some message like this. What message basically I want to pass? Like you can pass I love play cricket and I want to learn NLP. Now with string IO, I want to join and use the slash n basically for the new line, and I want to join like st1 and st2. So once I have applied this, now you can see as fn, and now I want to count the value basically. count vector and count vectorization and fit the transform and want to basically print all the vocabulary. Count vectorizer, but it getting some little bit problem. So let's see, I want to basically run this code. Okay, so I want to remove this one because no need to use from the separate because I have already used. Now you can see with the string IO slash and st1, st2, all the thing basically. Very nice. Now you can see I successfully label all the values into this one. If you want to print outside this one, you can see the data is there 2540613 into this form. So the count vectorization automatically count and labeling the value like love to 2 and it is 5 like 1 2 3 4 5, and I want to learn NLP, so I want to learn NLP, so it will labeling the value. So that is the main benefit of this one, like vectorization with a scale. So I want to use the text blob library into the NLP used to and work with the text, like text analysis, like text blob, and I can pass any particular things text blob. But so now you can see I have used the text blob, and if I want to apply this, so now you can see sentimental polarity and the subjective. So I mentioned here the sentiment property name tuple the form sentiment polarity and subjectivity. So the mean is that minus 1.0 1.0, like minus 1 to 1. The subject, this is the polarity score, and the subjectivity score 0 to 1. So where 0 is very objective and 1 is very subjective. So it will be useful when we want to perform the sentimental analysis into the data. And if you want to use the dot polarity, you can see it will show the polarity. And if you want to show the tags, so you can show, it will show the tags. So I change the tags to the phrases. Now I want to say, so Python and programming language. So the phrases. So these basically used for the text and to check out like it is subjective and it is object.